Hi guys, so we are on week 2 of Ani not feeling great. Last week it was an ear infection, and this week it's getting her top 2 teeth in. So I thought I would do a video on how I stay sane, happy, and healthy when dealing with a cranky baby. There's a couple different tips and tricks that I have, so come along with me and I'll show you as I do them throughout the day. Tip number 1 is enjoy the extra cuddles. Ani is normally super active and not super into being held unless she's tired, but when she's feeling sick, she loves some mommy cuddles. So, oh, thank you. So that's tip 1 is try to find a positive. Yes, she doesn't feel great, but at least I get cuddles. I thought I would jump in real quick and just qualify that these 10 tips are being used by me currently as a stay-at-home mom to stay happy and healthy while dealing with a cranky baby and not get overly stressed. But I've been using these same 10 tips throughout my adult life. The only exception is maybe, I said enjoy the extra cuddles with the baby, but when I was working or in school, there is a lot of power in getting a hug. We as humans are social creatures, even as an introvert, and sometimes all you need is a good cuddle or a hug. So if you have somebody to go to for that, go for it. And hopefully the rest of these tips, apply to you no matter what your current stressor is or your work circumstance. I think they're relatable pretty much across all different experiences. Okay, so while she's distracted and relatively happy, I will show you tip number 2. Tip 2 is stay hydrated. Granted, this is a great tip for just all of the time, not just when your baby's sick, but I think it's that much more important when your baby is sick. That you stay feeling at your best, and I know I feel best when I'm hydrated. Step 3 is somewhat related, and it's try to eat healthy. Again, take care of yourself. I'm not going to be any good taking care of her if I don't feel great. So it's about 9:30. I don't normally eat until lunch, but really whenever I get hungry, I eat. I'm feeling a little hungry. I'm going to have an apple. If I'm still hungry, I might have some almonds. Tip 4, don't expect to stick to the regular schedule. I am so far behind on cleaning and dishes and laundry. Ideally, I would have her doing an activity in her high chair while I did some chores, but that is not what she wants to be doing. She is happy and content standing on the couch, at the couch, not on the couch, playing with some toys and an empty tissue box, and that's what I'm going to roll with. I am not going to try to force my grumpy baby to do something that she doesn't want to do when she is content and happy right here. Oh, thank you for the cuddle. Tip 5 is do what you can, but don't expect to be able to fix everything. We've done lots of cuddles, lots of playing. I just put her in here so I could run to the bathroom. She's not crying, she's just fussy and unsettled. So obviously I'll get her out in a minute, but I'm also aware that picking her up might not fix it right away. She will just be fussy and cranky and needy, and that is okay. I know. Do you want me to hold you? Tip 6 is engage in a hobby when you have a couple spare minutes. Even if it's just a short little period of time, it's a nice mental break. So for me, my main hobbies, at least during the day, are making and editing YouTube videos. So clearly I'm working on making one now. I don't have any to edit right now. But after this, I will probably just sit, have some water, and listen to a podcast. One of the ones I really like is Armchair Experts. I also like This Might Get Weird. So one of the two of those I'll probably listen to. Another hobby that I have is reading. I don't have any hard books for myself right now, but I do have a couple of audiobooks that are on hold in the library, and I think I maybe got an email about one. So I might also see if that came through, and if it did, I'll download it and listen to a bit of that while I just relax during Ani's nap. Tip number 7 is take a couple minutes for self-care. Some days I do some gentle yoga or stretching. Some days I do meditation, which is what I'm going to do today. Depending on how long Ani is going to nap for, well, how long I think she's going to nap for, I might do like a 10 or a 15-minute meditation. Today, though, it'll just be a couple minutes. I just do a quick YouTube search on my iPad or iPhone, either one, for guided meditation, and that's usually enough for me, just to calm, focus on my breathing, relax. So that's what I'm going to do today. Let's go. Tip number 8 is get outside we're all gonna go, Biscuit, Ani, and I. I'll talk to you more as we're actually walking. Being outside is just one of those tips that, again, I think it's good to do on a day-to-day basis, but it's even more important when your baby's not feeling well or you're stressed out. Obviously, there's some well-documented research that shows being outside is good for your mental health. You get the vitamin D, more walking, so we're also getting some very light cardio, and it just breaks up our day. So that's why we like being outside. We had a nice 20-minute walk, and I thought of another reason I liked getting outside, and that's because you never know what will happen. We were walking past a house, and there was a group of women getting out of a car about to go in, and one of the women like froze and was like, "Oh my gosh, that is the cutest dog." She was like gushing and gushing over how cute Biscuit was, and oh my goodness, and on and on. And one of her friends finally like poked her in the back, and she was like, "Oh, I mean, like, your baby is cute too." I was like, that's okay. Nobody compliments the dog anymore. Everybody sees the baby, so you probably just made our dog's day. I just thought that was funny. Tip number 9 is embracing the suck. I am all about reframing and flipping things to the positive side, maybe even a little too much, but I think realistically it's okay to just think to yourself, like, this sucks. This is not fun. This is not how I would choose to spend a day. I wouldn't want my baby to be sick and not feeling well and in pain, and I wouldn't want to be stressed out and behind on the things I want to get done. And just be honest about it. Have that thought of, this isn't fun. If you're constantly trying to convince yourself something is fun when it's not, you're not going to be very happy. Don't dwell on it. I don't spend all day thinking about how tough this is. But, I do admit to myself, like, whew, I would not choose to spend the day this way, and it is what it is, and I'm going to get through it. And finally, tip 10 is to reach out if you're having a tough time, or just struggling to cope, or just experiencing something and you feel like you are coping okay. It is great to reach out to somebody who loves you, who you trust, and who you can express yourself to honestly without feeling judged. Anybody who can give you that support is a good option. For me, it's my wife, although if it's because the baby's having a tough day, I usually keep the details to a minimum because I don't want to make her feel any mom guilt for not being here, because she shouldn't. But sisters, brothers, moms, dads, spouses, significant others, friends, all sorts. Find a person or two to reach out to so you can just get it off your chest and move on. And those are my 10 tips to deal with a sick baby or cope with a stressful situation. Did I miss any, honey? Nope, I got them all. All right. All done. That's what that sounded like. All done? All right. Bye.
Bye.